Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weeping and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know, shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know, every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know, I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show, this is BVO.
The JBT is giving away a bag for the holidays. That's right, a bag for the holidays. We're holding a 50-50 raffle, and one lucky winner is going to win half of all the money collected. Entries are $5 each or 5 for $20. This raffle runs from now until December the 21st, and the winner will be announced on December 21st, immediately following the Alexander Usyk Tyson Fury heavyweight bout. So, cash app your entries to $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. So enter early, enter often, and remember, one lucky winner will be awarded half of all the money collected. Another great contest brought to you by the JBT, Curtis Sewell, Treasurer.
Salute, Grand Rising, everyone. We back again. Sorry for the little short absence yesterday, but we worked very hard. But forget all that. It's on now. The best alarm system, the best early show in the world to wake up to. Coffee and donuts for grown-ups with yours truly, the grumpy OG. You know who it be, the greatest man alive, Crush the Legend, along with my super friends. You know, I got my partner in crime, my brother Wiz Khalifa, aka Kareem Akbar. You know, we got a lot going on. We got Richie Rich, Curly Top, we got the Puerto Rican Prince, and we got my man Hill on Chill. So what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? We gonna get right to it because I missed talking to you guys yesterday. Get busy at work sometimes, and then we be doing a whole lot of stuff. So y'all know what we doing, what we hear. Y'all got that notification. The service is on the table. It's time to get your morning service, your everyday dose, coffee and donuts for grown-ups. We back and we litty, baby. So how's everybody doing, man? How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. Most likely y'all did, because not y'all would have caught me getting on my nerves. Oh, I forgot I put y'all on block. But no, hopefully everything was good. Also, you know, it's strictly holiday season. So, you know, once Turkey Day given, you know, all the way up until the New Year's is over, it's practically every week. And then there, every other day on the weekends is the holidays. So I know there's a lot of holiday shopping going on. Doesn't matter how much money you spending. As long as you're taking care of the ones or looking out for the ones that's important to you and the ones that you love, that's all that matters. You know, get what you can get. Other than that, anybody else, hey, you got to help yourself on the way. But listen, man, we got some things to talk about. Few things to talk about. So I'm going through this, checking these my mechanic rims because we had some problems in here. But yeah, you got some stuff going on. A whole lot of, you know, back and forth going on. It seems like a lot of boxing news is starting to be so mixed up like a gumbo. You know what I mean? So, you know, the whole Shakur, Schofield stuff, you know, Teron Vucevic. Let's we still gotta talk about that. Oh yeah, y'all know me, the OG be sitting in the cut and checking things out. I sit in the cut, I check things out, and I hear things, and you know, it's still a back and forth thing with Jerron Ennis. So, you know, a lot of people was coming to the defense of Jerron Ennis. You know, so I knew the Philly people would because that's how Philly are, most of us, unlike myself. But then you have other people, you know, in the sports community, in the boxing community that's not standing for Vucevic. So it is. The thing is that Jerron Vucevic is full of doo doo, man. He full of doo doo. And you know, all this we've been talking about Bruce Ennis being the guy to beat. He's the next up and coming. You know, even Errol Spence had predicted this young man to be the next best thing at 147 once the senior class got out the way. We all was expecting that to see that at 147. Right now, we not seeing it. Actually, 147, the weight class ain't doing nothing. I don't care how many names y'all keep trying to pull up to make 147 look like it's basically where the other weight classes are, and it's simply not. So, well, I don't know what y'all trying to do. Captain Save a weight class or something? Because 147 ain't got nobody. What the hell we going to keep talking about that? And I keep on telling you, see, for me, but I don't get to say what a fighter should do and how they should go about their legacy because that's not my legacy. But I could speak on what they doing and say, well, you know, maybe he should go about it like that. But listen, they got their own ways, the way they going about the legacy and all that. And for myself, and I would keep on saying, it ain't nothing at 147 for Gerard Ennis right now. It's not. It's not. Ain't no whole bunch of decent fighters at 147. Stop digging in the trash can, people, and trying to bring things up or trash that's not valuable. So the next best thing is for him to do is go to 154. I don't see what the goddamn problem is. Oh, he should go to 154. Oh man, come on, man, you crazy, man. Won't you let him stay back and go and display at 147? What? It might just be time for his ass to move on. It might just be time for him to move on, people. You know, sometimes what you set your eye on, that prize might not be available to you right now, or a better prize might be available to you later. Now we already know you know it's still out on Jerron Ennis. You know it's still out on him. You know he still got proven to do. He still got proven to do. So he has to do something. So my whole thing is when a fighter's daring to be great, like a lot of us say, and we get on these fighters about the moves that they made. And right now, my man ain't daring to be great. He's not daring to be great. And at 154 is a better legacy to a better legacy, and it's a better role to becoming undisputed in the weight class. Now I'm gonna say this: becoming undisputed at 154, which is the pop in his weight class right now. Don't get it twisted. Get out your feelings. Oh, it's gonna be very hard. But see, here's the thing about 154. See, you go to 154, you make all these things happen, and it's loaded at 154. So I don't know what are y'all problem with it because sometimes y'all want fighters to go ahead and move up. I be watching y'all. Y'all be wanting fighters to go ahead and move up and chase other fighters. Oh, he should do this. He should do that. But now some of y'all, no man, what the hell you talking about, man? Let me sit there, let me stay back at 147, go and dispute. Y'all some goddamn hypocrites. Y'all get on my damn nerves. Y'all some damn hypocrites. And then some of y'all the hardest goddamn critics. See, look at he ain't even taking a tougher route. Which way do my confused minded people want it? Which way do y'all want it? Do y'all really want these guys to get out there and really test themselves? Or you only just want certain people to test themselves? Y'all very selective. I'm not selective like that because everybody should be out there trying to test themselves. That's how it is. But apparently, y'all don't have too much confidence in some of these fighters. It's okay. But get over it. Get over your feelings. But this the thing with Jerron Ennis. So, you know, all this back and forth, all this protection stuff. I'm not protecting no damn fighter. I protect the good sport of boxing. And I gotta protect the sport of boxing against these some of these horrible behind fighters and everything else because they making the sport bad, turning off people taste buds for the sport because it's too many you know, fathom on the soap opera going on and a whole bunch of whining and crying and jumping over goddamn fences and riding up under rocks and disappearing for years and coming back. Ain't nobody got time for that, man. All the finger pointing around and people not being honest about what's actually going on and they being oblivious to reality and to truth because the truth might be hurting them. But truth ain't supposed to feel good. It ain't supposed to feel bad. People, it's reality. Okay, that's what it is. See, you got reality and you got your feelings. That's why people say facts over feelings. F your feelings, because if your feelings not attacked with reality, then it is really F your feelings. Because guess what it's about at the end of the day? It's about reality. And y'all be trying to change reality all the damn time. It's so horrible. It's horrible, but they can't help it. But the thing is, with Jerron in his right now, people, from a Philly guy who's not giving him, that's not taking it light on him. I don't dislike him, but his ass is on punishment. When I'm representing you like that, and you get to moving around and moving other than the way I would move as a man, as a competitor, oh hell nah, bruh. Ain't no yes man over here. Y'all don't hear me from the guy from me. Y'all better stop talking about boots like that. I'm talking about boots like that. Cause he deserve it. And what I'm gonna hide in the house from people from Philly that's mad, man. Y'all better get up on out of here. We can talk about it, and I'm gonna tell you ain't a real Philadelphia dude and all that. No disrespect. But yes, the hot is on his ass right now. And then, people saying, oh, well, how y'all gonna say, oh, he ducking Virgil now? And Virgil was avoiding before. Don't that happen in boxing? Y'all acting like a duck don't get returned in boxing. How soon and how fast do they forget? That fighters ain't never returned a duck. All right, but we ain't gonna get into that because I ain't got time to get into that part, this morning. But just in case I pop up somewhere, somebody talking trash and you bother me, then I'm gonna light your ass up. And that's just that with the facts. But yeah, that's what it is. So it's all this back and forth, like a game of tennis, like to see what's actually going on with this man, and and for me, like I said, I don't really get into too much of the oh man, well, it should be like this, it should be like I don't get into that. Whatever road they're gonna take, they're gonna take. You know what I mean? Whatever road they're going to take, they're going to take. And that's just it. And it just shows me how much of a warrior, how much of a man in the sport they are, and everything else. But right now, it ain't looking good for Ward. Then the whole situation about, well, the reason why he said no, because he's supposed to be having something going on with Brian Norman, and come to find out ain't nothing edge and stone with him and Brian Norman. Ain't nothing, ain't from what I heard, and when I get a chance, especially when I get off work, and when I'm listening to Brother Jay, I'm gonna look at some stuff. But that ain't nothing in stone, and like it's close to negotiations. Like it's only going to take you like to have to step away from inking the fight. So I still don't understand it. Then there's a whole bunch of nonsense going on. Really, I'm not in the mood to be reading in between the lines because it seems like a lot of people is doing a lot of fabricating and lying and all this nonsense, and I'm not in the mood for it. My boxing, um, my patience for boxing is not for that. I ain't got time for that. I leave that for everybody else. Not going to entertain myself with that nonsense. But he got to do something. What is he going to do? And just like they was telling other people, oh, they should go up to 54. Listen, he should take his ass to 54, ladies and gentlemen. Just take his ass to 54. Because he ain't gonna be at 47 that damn long. They got to change the rules in boxing because a lot of guys be staying in weight classes they shouldn't be in anymore. Let that be to the guys who can't grow like that. Okay, you have fighters out there that simply can't go up but so big because they were too damn short or they ain't gonna get but so big. So you don't expect them out those people who normally, they really just naturally sticks around to their natural weight. So you got guys, you got very few percentage of fighters in the sport, a very low percentage of fighters in the sport that's actually fighting, to their natural weight. Everybody else might somewhat be called a weight bully because that's what we call it, weight bullies when people are not fighting, when they fighting weight classes smaller than the weight classes that they supposed to be fighting in. People call it weight bullies. So it's a whole lot of weight bullies in boxing. If they fight in weight classes that they shouldn't be in, and we've seen fighters fighting weight classes too damn long, stay there, no matter what kind of success or demise that they got in weight class. You know, good and damn well they wasn't supposed to be being in that weight class no more because the way that they start looking. Listen, once those fighters, people, no matter who it is, it doesn't matter about who you like and who you don't like. That's not the point. But once these fighters, when we start saying how they looking, in training, a fighter is not supposed to look draped when it comes to weight. They not supposed to be looking like that. They not supposed to look like they actually smaller than what the hell they are. You know, when we look at these fighters, you're like, God damn, man, why he shave himself down so small? Why does this fighter look like that? So when they look like that, y'all, that means that they taking too much off their body than what they need to do. They going under. They going below where they at. So that's why they kind of look like they don't look as healthy and strong and everything. And we start calling them skeletors and stuff like that because when you properly cutting weight, when you cutting weight properly and you're training and stuff like that, what's going to happen? We're going to say what people they look good, they look right. We're not going to say, but damn man, why this all something and that's something and you're not. No fighter is supposed to look like that. No one is supposed to look like. Excuse me for a second. Ah, yeah, I walk past this area, man, and it's cameras, but no fighter's supposed to look unhealthy in a healthy damn sport when you get yourself ready for a fight. But they have been doing it. So when fighters do look like that, how many times as myself and everyone in attendance this morning has said something about a certain fighter when they don't look right when we check the weigh-in? Man, look at so and so. Look at so and so. That means because they looking dry. You're not supposed to look dry, and you're not supposed to. You know anything about health a little bit. That's not the way you're supposed to. But I'm not going to stay stuck on that one part so damn long. But y'all get what I'm saying. So don't try to make something good for one person, make it easier for one person and make it good for another person, which is something that it's like asking the sky daddy gonna come out the sky because we know that's a habit in boxing that most of us that talk about the sport have. We just can't help ourselves, so we winding up in that same damn position. But yeah, so I don't know, but I'm telling y'all right now, the man want to simply challenge himself for all the people that's fans and people daring being great, this, that, and the other. It's not daring to be great right now, okay? It's not daring to be great. It looks shaky, and that's what it is. I'm not gonna give him a pass because I like the guy. No, 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 no. You don't get a pass. It's too much of this going on in boxing. God damn, in the last month. Look all this extra nonsense that been added on to the rest of the soap opera that we've been having since the second half and most to the end of this year. It's like too much talking going on and not enough action going on. It's getting on my freaking nerves. Because what we keep on saying, we need to see the fight, we need to see the fight. Once again, slow down, pump your brakes, hold your horses. Hey man, let that thing be what it's going to be because really, the reality is the damn thing that you and I can do about it. So how much we going to shout and pout and lose our cool about it? I know I'm not. I'm getting too old every day. I'm getting a year older every day, it seems like. But this is some of the positions that we are in. So, Jerron Ennis has to do something. Got to do something. It's not looking good. And I'm starting to think, hey, man, for me, to me, people, and I see things a little different. I comprehend a little different. Uh, to me, I'm gonna say this to y'all. All this, guys wanting to stay at weight classes and become undisputed. I'm starting to think that is somewhat of an escape route for fighters. What do you mean by that? I'm gonna repeat it again before I actually get into it. I want to stick down here and there to be great, blah, 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 right? A lot of them are just saying it to stall themselves, out on a more tougher, journey, a more tougher bout, a more tougher weight class. See, because they're saying these things, oh, I want to get to this weight class, my plan is to do this and do that, and you see they not rushing to move up to the next weight class. This is a thing that boxing we have a problem with. These fighters, I don't know why so many of them have done it. How we going to keep allowing them to do that, y'all? They just simply, they're staying away from smoke. Staying away from the smoke. Staying away from the smoke. They stand in these weight classes too long, some of them. And that's a pet peeve for me when it comes to that, because I think, being in a weight class and, until it's time for you to move on from the weight class, no matter if it's because of your weight or because you just too good for the goddamn weight class. It's just like you too good for the weight class. Like we keep seeing the same thing going on with a lot of fighters year after year, decade after decade. And these fighters, they talk it, but they ain't really trying to move on. And then we get caught in the middle because we get so excited. We get distracted. We let these fighters distract us from our common sense sometimes. So that's why sometimes we're in the defense of these guys when we shouldn't be in the defense of these guys. And sometimes we're going at some of these fighters when we actually shouldn't be going at them. Sometimes we be under the attack, attacking fighters and ain't really got a reason to be attacking them unless you're a damn hater. I'm not a hater. That's not me. But that happens. But these guys are not really daring to be great like that, y'all. That's why they be stalling out, standing up in weight classes too damn long. Fighters have been in weight classes too damn long. This is the problem that we have. This is some of the reason why, and maybe y'all might be able to connect it, if y'all feel as though I ain't connected. But this is the reason why when fighters get to a certain stage in their career, this is part of the reason why it's hard for them to get a damn fight. I'm going to tell y'all something. I don't know if some of y'all ever thought about it like this. And some of y'all might have. Like, for instance, let's say this. All right. I'm going to use basketball real quick. It's just like playing your son. You got children, and they play organized basketball. Okay? You got a 12-year-old son, and you got a 16-year-old son. So it's a 4-year difference between your two boys. They both play ball. Now here's the thing. The 12-year-old, he's not playing with the 10 and 12. He ain't playing with the 12 and 14. His ass is up there 12 years old, and he's playing with the 14, 16. Right? But the 16-year-old, he's actually, his brother, the younger brother, is playing with him. Because the 16-year-old, he ain't, he being a bully. He ain't in that in that weight region where he need to be. He ain't in that age region where he need to be. So, the younger brother, older brother's supposed to be ahead of him because of the age. But since the younger brother is so good, he's winding up with the older brother and wind up surpassing him. This is what I'm talking about. So then later on, the older one, when he finally decided to get moving around, which he's moving slow, he's not going to look good. He's not going to look as good as he did in those other weight in the other classes. He's not, because he's so used to being too comfortable. He's used to, dropping 20 points on some cats, but then when he get in there with the cats of his age and of the same talent, he can't perform the same way because he's used to getting off on other people. It's the same thing with these damn fighters. And we know the more you move up in weight, what happens in boxing? People, the tougher your opposition is going to be. That's one thing I love about boxing, to where, the more you go up, the tougher it gets. You see what I'm saying? And that really exists in the sport of boxing, to where when you moving up in these weight classes, the weight classes don't get easier unless they, say they got a nice setup for you. Because, some of these people be having a manufactured route to victories and to your skill set, your skill clock. See, you got that skill clock, you got that advancement clock, and then you got your biological clock. Now we know the biological clock because of the damn weight. Also, that's something else that when you think about the biological side of the weight side of it, we'll say, well, even though he's the better skill, but this guy's the bigger guy. He's the naturally bigger guy, and he just happened to be good too. But that y'all understand what I'm saying? So sometimes, those your skills can take you very far. Then sometimes you're gonna need some other things to add on. And you really gonna kill yourself with your career. And now you're getting stalled. And now when you finally get there, then you're not looking good. We've seen this so many times, and this is the damn problem. Like, prime example. Look at my man Shakur Stevenson. Look how much we talk about Shakur Stevenson and how badly his performance is. We don't really get on it because saying that he can't fight. We just tell him you can't knock nobody, knockout arts. But he has done that. But he hasn't been doing it at a satisfactory rate. His performance rate has dropped. His stock is kind of same, but if his performance rate stays the same, or don't get better, or become like it was before at one point, then the stock is really going to drop. But we can see that with Shakur Stevenson, the other two weight classes he was in, we wasn't complaining about how Shakur was winning his fights. We wasn't complaining about that, how Shakur was looking in his performances at 126. We wasn't complaining about how Shakur was looking in his performances at 130. But what are we all doing now, most of it? We are complaining about Shakur Stevenson's performances at 135. Now, if y'all been listening to me, ask yourself, why is that? If y'all follow me this morning, y'all woke. If y'all woke, y'all can understand exactly where I'm coming from. So ask yourself that same dumbass question, why is that? So with that being said, that should be enlightening you to something, people, if you not already been enlightened about it. And this is the reason why when they get to a certain point in their career, they can't do nothing. This is the when they get to a certain point in their career, they have management problems. This is the reason why when they get to this point in their career, you're not being that love and that fight as you used to, because you want to sit around and you just want to, man, I'm gonna be that bully instead of just going on You're too good to be playing around. Don't play with your food. And these fighters be playing with their goddamn food. They've been playing with their food for a minute. Shout out to the early bird crew. Let me get my shout outs going on there. Yes, I got my partner in crime in house. Where's Khalifa, aka Kareem Akbar? You know, the brother from the back. Damn it, man. That's my brother from another case of boy in the building. Marky Dan, the historian. What's going on, Marky Dan? You don't put so. Wait a minute, Picasso. Hey, I ain't heard from Picasso. Hey, yes, how you doing, Picasso, man? It's good hearing from you, man. We know you popping and pop up. I'm is glad to see you. Hopefully everything is fine with you and yours, man. My man Picasso, glad to see you. And my man Mike Rhyme in the building. Good morning, Mike Rhyme. There go Mike God. Big brain. Step being big on the D free, the Puerto Rican Prince, the master debater in the building. So yeah, as I continue on the menu, these are the things that happen when you stun your own growth. So a lot of these fighters they be stunning their own growth. Or you can, blame the management and stuff too, because the way they promoters is moving around. But I'm gonna say everybody plays a part in that in some sort of way. But see, when you get used to this one thing, this is what's going to happen. So that's why it be time for these fighters to move on. Now I know we say that, oh man, fighters shouldn't get a certain fight with certain level fighters. That still exists. That's still right. That don't mean that, oh, they go up to the big things. That don't mean that. But what that means, that either way, whatever the situation is, you're gonna have to move your fighter according to the correct. What's that? Hey, if they start growing out the freaking weight classes, Tom, don't keep him there longer than what you've been keeping him there for. For what? He can't make the weight anymore. That means so then that's why when he goes to the next weight class, when he finally goes to the next weight class, what's going on? Hold on, y'all. What else see? I don't know when she come back from her vacation. But he come to work the plaza today? Yeah, plus he probably ain't gonna start the plaza until 8.
You see him here, too.
Oh, okay, so he would start when Jayla come in.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah. So he's gonna come in for probably Denise because Jayla's not in right now. All right, cool. You good? All right. Yeah, people, my fault, but like I was saying, so this is what happens when you get so used and comfortable. So this is why things get more difficult for these fighters. And sometimes, depending how long they stay in these weight classes and shit, it might start looking difficult for them there. And then now we looking like, yo, what is going on? Yo, he ain't looking right. This, that, and the other, blah, blah. See, these type of things happen to where you get so comfortable, you ain't even trying to goddamn make the weight anymore. But this is the problem. This is what stalls a boxer's improvement. This is what slows down them learning and developing more in the sport of boxing when they just simply sitting somewhere where they should be going from there because they just too good for it or too big for it. You know what I'm saying? And then as you move up, like I said, things get tougher in the sport of boxing. So when fighters move up to another weight class, that is a form of daring to be great. People, no matter how good they might wind up being in that next weight class, but it's somewhat kind of daring to be great depending on what they trying to do now. We got to look at that too. Because they can, huff and puff and sell us all this hot stuff, and then
Next thing you know, they moving different. But we gonna know once they get there. But see, this is the reason why, and some of the reason why these fighters stay in these low weight classes, and the managers and promoters be knowing that they should be moving on even because of the skill set or the damn weight, or probably both at the same time. They know what they be doing. Hey, we gonna get as much money. We gonna run you up. We gonna run the money in as much as we can, and then once we suck everything out this weight class, once we make the money in the bank in this weight class look like you're draining ass because the way you start looking in the way into the fight, cause now you ain't looking good no more because you stayed down here too long. Yes, you're still doing what you need to do, but you're doing too much to make it happen. Y'all understand what I'm saying to y'all? So they know what be going on. So these promoters and stuff be knowing. I mean, and that's why they be moving these fighters like that. Hey, I mean, I can say something like the other day. What Oscar said, I don't care about what's going on with the fight got signed or not. I don't know. I ain't even knowing that right now because it probably change again with the Schofield and Shakur fight. One minute it's on, the next minute I ain't got time for that. But just like like Oscar said, he said, listen, basically saying, hey, I don't think he's ready yet. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because these promoters, they need to be honest with themselves too. Because how they gonna be honest with the fighter if they're not honest with themselves? They gotta be honest with themselves about the fighter before they can be honest about the damn fighter. So sometimes when they come out and say, no, I don't think he's ready, sometimes that promoter or that fighter know what the hell he's talking about. Knowing he ain't ready. Then when you look at everything else, no. Because everybody's not going to have that born to do it skill set, people. What up, Dad? Y'all be looking for too many people. Everybody that come into the sport of boxing, people, all of them was not made born to do it, okay? Every single boxer that we see right now and that we have known, all of them haven't been born to do it. I'm saying some of them picked it up and things like that, but some of them are just born to do the things that they do. And some people they can be good at some things that they choose to do. There's a difference. See, when you are natural, it's like nature to you. So that don't mean you take it for granted. You still gotta keep yourself airtight, But come on, man, it makes it better for you. It does makes it better. So with these guys, that's not the case with some of them. And this is what be hurting these guys when you finally move them. Some of these fighters be moving them too damn fast. And then some of these fighters we moving too damn slow. Or we just ain't moving them. They not being moved right. And that's what it is. So like I said, so when it's time to get there, I don't know what he's going to do now, K Savoy, but he better do something, my guy. Teo ain't nowhere right now. Teo ain't in no damn weight class right now. Teo got a lawsuit or something going on. Mike Ron said because Shakur keep running his mouth and acting like he's knocking everybody out and acting like a gangster, that's why people be disappointed when his fights and see him coming and do nothing. Exactly. And that's another thing. I'm glad you said that because a lot of these fighters be trying to be something that they are not. See, they feel as though that they're not good enough to get the oohs and the ahs and hold up. Let me pause for a second. All hell, Melanie Queen, blessings and how you doing this grand rising? But yeah, so these type of things happen. But see, that's the thing with goddamn Shakur. That's why his ass is a little extra arrogant. He ain't got no punching power. But he's feeling the pressure from who? Who he's feeling the pressure from? This is a good question, right? Why do a lot of these fighters feel as though that they have to start knocking people out? Skywalker, boxing, media in the building. What's up, Skywalker? How you doing, man? Hey, congrats, you doing good things, man. I gotta get over and catch you live. You know, I've been watching some of your stuff, but it's good to see you, bro. Thanks for the support, man. My brother Skywalker, man. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Skywalker Boxing Media. If not, my man doing this damn thing over there, you know. Skywalker, one of the first guys I know was, Billy talking about the bare knuckle stuff and, actually, doing some type of, fighting like that. So shout out to Skywalker. May the force be with you, my guy, always. But yeah, these things, people, is these the things that happen in boxing when you out there bored and shit. These fighters, they, I don't know, someone is telling them, or maybe it's because when they see how the crowd reacts from knockouts and stuff like that, they be like, oh, I wish it was me, no, me, you. People see some of these fighters forget about what was giving them the oohs in the eyes, and they want to get the oohs in the eyes like everybody else. How you doing? You know, that's the problem with that. Worry about your oohs and ahs. And like I said with Shakur, man. So now he, and him and a few other fighters, he's not the only one that put himself in that situation. Quarter? The blue one? Okay. Yeah, so these, you gotta be yourself. If not, you're just gonna put a lot of pressure on yourself. That's what the young man did. Muhammad Ali never put pressure on himself. Muhammad Ali walking, Muhammad Ali like this. This is what it is. I'm better, this, that, and other, and I'm gonna show you. But see, a lot of these guys, they doing the talking, but they not showing. They're not willing to show how good they really are. And they're not really good at selling either. That's why a lot of them be running their mouths. And a lot of these fighters don't have that charisma, y'all. A lot of these fighters don't have that charisma to where, like some people do. We have men in the sport of boxing, man, they do it for the people. They got the charisma. We love to hear them talk. We like the things they say out their mouth and stuff like that. So, a lot of these guys, of course, you gotta do your ish talking to somewhat sell yourself and everything. But a lot of them ain't even good at that because you're gonna have to back it up at the end of the day. You can tell us spit all that fly stuff you want, but your actions is gonna have to match that. And then when you constantly doing that on a consistent basis, and then your words is no longer matching your actions, then what type of outcome do you expect from us, the people? Oh, a lot of us going to be unsatisfied customers, which most people's unsatisfied with his performance, and it's more so because of what he been saying out his mouth and not living up to it. So I don't know, they suffer for identity crisis or something. Learn to be y'all. And that's what's wrong with this generation. That's what's wrong with this damn generation right now. They don't like to be them. They want to be everybody else. They looking for certain validation and everything from whoever. I don't know. But I tell you what, I'm not about proving everything to people. I'm be dead serious because my whole thing is, who the hell is you that I gotta prove something to you? The main person I gotta prove something to me is to me, myself, and I first. And maybe to people I made promises to. Other than that, I ain't got to prove nothing to you. I ain't got to show you that I'm this and that. You want to know if I'm this and that? You want me to prove it to you? Then once you get this same activity with me, that's how I'm gonna prove it to your ass. How about we compete for it? And then I show you. But They just doing a lot of talking, man, because they really want to be rappers on the low, and they ain't good at that, I guess. But that's how it is. But this is going to continue to happen. So there's going to be a lot of fighters that's going to continue to move the way these fighters been moving. Now look at it. We ain't got a damn thing going on. We got a whole bunch of allegations. What's really locked in? What's really locked in? What big ass fight is locked in? I ain't talking about 25. We already know was we ended with Usyk and Fury. But do we got an actual big ass fight locked in for 25 right now besides David and versus David? Do we have any other big fight right now that is that's in the works? Far as I know, right now, fuck no. We don't. Give me a second. You working at the
None of the plaza, but I'm a podcast. I have to check this out.
Yeah, you can talk. So they got you doing a plaza?
But it's too cold out
Don't worry, I got you, man. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, talk it. Yep. Yeah, so what are they going to do? So that's the biggest thing I know right now in 225 is what? And that is right now the biggest fight that we know that's happening. The biggest fight for 225 right now is David versus David. Now we still trying to figure out what's going to go on with Shakur, what's going to go on with this person, that person. See, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. So outside of David versus David, we don't really have anything big that's already, set in stone. Now we got some fights already set in stone, but I'm talking about big fights, people. I'm talking about big fights, because this is something that we always talk about. A lot of y'all like to talk about. Big fights. The fights is going to bring in the money, and y'all, worrying about the money that these people make. I don't really give a damn about the money that they make. I don't hate on the money that they making, but that's cool. Yeah, that's cool, but what do we actually got going on? You know? What do we actually got going on when it comes to that? When it comes to that, what we have going on, what are these fighters going to do? Prize fighter in the building, my brother Richie Rich, a.k.a. Ricky Schroeder, a.k.a. Curly Top. What's going on, Prize? Just, talking about a few things, because Prize, we really don't have, we got some things in the works, but we really don't have nothing big going on. You know what I mean? We don't really have anything big going on right now. And I was asking the family, what's the biggest thing that we already know that's happening, that's already set in stone for 2025? Because we see that the last few months, we was trying to get some big fights that happened with the last couple months. They didn't happen. And it's a lot of people's fault. So when the fight's on up, okay, I ain't leaving nobody out of it. It's all of them that got something to do with it, as far as I'm concerned. And yeah. I don't know what y'all talking about. The fight in the whole damn team is at fault. That's how I look at it, because this is why we don't have a damn thing going on right now. And this is the reason why it's going to take a minute to negotiations, how long we've been talking about this. Then 1 minute this fight is happening, the next minute this don't. Oh, this guy is lying, this person got to come out and correct him from his team and all that. I don't have time for it. I don't have time for it. I don't know 225 won't bring me a better year than 24. But whose fault? Whose fault is it that these things have not turned out the way that they was planned? Whose fault is it overall? I mean, because I know where y'all put most of the blame at, on a lot of these fighters and stuff like that. But do the fighters actually take all fault? Nah, not at all. Not at all, people. Not at all. Not today's world. Not the world after that. In the world after that. It's the whole sports fault, to be honest with you. So is Bud just sitting at 54 waiting on Canelo answer case of war? That's a hell of a question. I don't know what's going on with that. Listen, I'm not even interested in that fight. I'm not, because I still don't think it's going to happen, because Canelo don't need Terrence Crawford for nothing. Not for a payday and not for his legacy. That fight, Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez helps Crawford more than it helps Canelo Alvarez. So I'm not even know what's going on with that. But we know, the main thing we know about Terrence Crawford is that Terrence Crawford is trying to get the hell up on out of boxing. But he's trying to nail one more. He need one more big ass payday. So it's not even, I don't even think he's holding up 54. I mean, because he's there, but he just got everybody waiting on what he's going to do next case of war. I think that's the correct thing to say. That he's trying to see what he can do. Now, I don't know, but I don't think it's going to happen. I haven't heard anything about, the talks being better or anything like that. So I don't know what's going on with him, but point that I'm making, see, we don't know what is going on. And like I said, man, it's some of these fighters, they got to move on other things, So look at it. Think about this. Think about this, man. Now look at it. Case of War that's asked a great question about what's going on with Bud at 154, what he's going to do, whatever. Now here's the thing, people. What did I just say moments ago about, the upperclassmen? And like I said, when I talked about 147 about 20 minutes ago, saying how 147 is really nothing there. People trying to give 147 the benefit of the doubt, but to be honest with you, ain't nothing at 147 like that. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, I'm not gonna fake the phone. There's really ain't nothing at 147 for real. It's not. But yeah. And the reason why is because what happened at 147. See, a lot of us were thinking that 147 was going to stay lit after, the seniors left. But see, the thing about 147, the reason why 147 hasn't picked up or stayed the way or fell off. 147 fell off. Y'all can disagree with me if y'all want. 147 has fell off. Why did the 147 weight class fall off, ladies and gentlemen? Because all the guys that was there that had 140 lit are gone. 147, this is a whole new class of fighters. That is a whole new class and era, people. And I'm gonna say 147 is doing a horrible job with replacing that class of fighters and competitors that just left. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Everyone is gone. What are we talking about? And y'all sitting here and y'all making all this fuss. Brian Norman, Brian Norman ain't gonna make no damn difference at 147. People trying to make him do a star. He's not a star yet. No disrespect to the Normans. I don't have no problem with him at all. They're fine with me, but I'm gonna call it the way that it is. Who's a star at 147? I'll wait. By the time I even come up with that, I'll be off the damn clock. So let's not sit here and play games like 147 is all like that. No, it's not. Ain't no damn stars at 147 pounds. Not one. Who's the biggest star? Who's the biggest star at 147? Bruce Sinners. I don't think Bruce is a star yet. I don't think Bruce is quite a star yet. I don't think so just yet. But is he the biggest name at 147? Yeah, one of the biggest. But there's nobody at 147 we can consider stars. You can't say that about the group of guys that's at 147 right now. We ain't calling them stars. Look at what 47 is working with. Are y'all serious? So this is where you want to make your first milestone bucket list on daring to be great. But you want to do it at a weight class where you can't get but so many stripes for it. This is what I'm saying. See, I'm gonna say this about any fighter. That's why I don't agree with Bruce trying to stay at 147 and become undisputed for after what? Why do something one place where you can do it another place? I don't understand it. Just like what they say. Why? What's that old saying? Why cut off? Why cut off what you can get done today? But y'all sit here, y'all accolade lovers, y'all, y'all achievement lovers and warriors and stuff like that. That those things mean something to y'all because of the hardware that these fighters collect. To some of y'all, that's what matters to y'all the most. This is how y'all judge how good of a fighter is because of their accolades. I'm not on nobody's damn accolades. Got my own shit. Got my own accolades. Those their accolades are not mine. And I don't think their accolades make them any better than anybody else. Okay? So we've seen guys that they got accolades, was undisputed, this, that, and that, but they still go get their ass whipped. So no need to keep celebrating that, people. You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying to y'all? That stuff don't mean nothing, man. That stuff don't mean nothing. I keep on telling y'all. That shouldn't matter to y'all. That shouldn't matter to y'all. But of course you want somebody, whatever it is, the top thing and whatever like that for them to do. Yeah, of course you want them to achieve that, but come on, man. This is the reason why things is the way that they are. 147 is nothing right now. And I still haven't got nobody to give me an answer of any damn stars at 147. Not saying that I'm looking for y'all to rebuttal against me, but I'm just saying, help me out. Is the 147 ain't ish right now. Exactly. All the smoke is at 154. So why is everybody running around acting like there's so much going on at 147 pounds when it's not? The fighters that's at 147 can't even make it popping right now. They can't make it popping. Because ain't none of those dudes fighting each other. That's already there. And compared to the class that just left, look at what we got. What look at what we got at 147 right now. Nothing. 147 just disappeared out of nowhere, just going with the wind. Somebody just kidnapped the whole 147. We can't even bring up a whole bunch of names at 147. We gonna be digging. You know what I mean? We gonna be digging, but we can't, talk about 147 off the tip of our tongue and off the tip of our head, off the top of our head, like we was able to do before. Right now, you talk about 147, 147, but before 147 was the Glamour division. It's all gone. And they haven't done a good ass job with replacing 147 and making it, it's not. Boots, you move on, brother. Move on. Move the F on. Y'all can sit there and talk about, oh man, he ducking this bird. Ain't nobody to duck at 147 pounds. What the hell y'all talking about? Ain't nobody to duck at 147. Really, who is it to beat at 147? Let's be honest. Oh yeah, Stannion is okay. But how good a Stannion is going to take you on your resume. Who? Brian Norman, he just got there. Who else? Mario Barrios. It ain't much at all. But before we had Thurman, Porter, Brooke, Spence, Crawford, Garcia, Ugas, even Ugas, who else? I can go. Look, you see how easy that was? Just in a couple seconds, I named 7 dudes that was at 147. I named 7 guys just as fast that was at 147 than the 3 or 4 guys that did that's at 147 now. D3 said that's because people only focus on Pacific names. That's why. Yeah, that's true, D3. That's true. But you know what, D3? I'm glad you said that, my brother. I'm glad D3 said that. That's why I mess with my brother D3. Exactly. But guess what? I'm glad you said that, D3. But they can make a weight class pop. Just like they made the other weight class pop when they wound up popping. They got to do it at 47. But the whole thing is, like you just said, D3, there's fighters out there that we don't know about. I'm glad you said that, D3. It's fighters out there we don't know about. I'm glad you said that, D3. One more time. It's fighters out there that we don't know about, D3. I'm glad you said that. And that's why 147 is born as it is because of the fighters we do know about at 147. Let that sink in what I just said to y'all, people. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Mm-hmm. Let that sink in, my people. Mm-hmm. That's why, D3. Now, can they bring 147 back to life? Can they do that? I don't know. Can they do that? That's the whole thing. Can they do that? Because I want to see how long it's going to take for them to get 147 back up and running. And that's what I was thinking about. And I was saying this a while ago, that how 147 is going to be when those guys leave. Hmm? How's that weight class is going to be when everybody leaves? And then they ain't give us nothing to go on. You know, normally when you leave something and you're moving on, they normally give us something to be working with. We ain't got nothing to work with. Because the only thing that they said about at 147, let's being honest, was Bruce Sinners. Let's be all the way honest. When when the upperclassmen was leaving out and stuff like that, and even two of them and two of the biggest and best names at 147 had already gave their honest opinion on what they thought was next, which both EJ and Terrence Crawford both um said that about Jerron Ennis. But they saying, he can run the division, but if he mess with me right now, he gonna get his feelings hurt. And they had every right to feel that way. But listen, we're not getting no Jerron Ennis and Terrence Crawford fight. We're never going to get a Jerron Ennis and Terrence Crawford fight. So kill that noise. Because I want to start. This is something that I really want to do with boxing conversation. All right. This is something that I really want to do, y'all. I really want to help the entire boxing community with making boxing conversation easier, more logical, because it burns me up to where we can't sit and talk about this sport without people being of a different real. You don't need to get on no fake ish to talk about some real ish. Why you get on some fake ish to talk about some real ish? That's what I don't understand. Hmm? That's what I don't understand. I don't get it. Yeah, but he's gonna be sitting there waiting for what? I don't. Here's the thing, right? Like I said, Casey Boy, why waste time in doing something one place where you could do the same thing somewhere else? Well, I mean, this is my thing. So now I got to test. Now I got to question this man. Are you taking the easy route, Jerron Ennis? Jerron Ennis, are you slowly trying to hustle on the paperboard route? I mean, that's my whole thing, you know, because Bruce Ennis knowing a damn thing at 147 right now. He know this. He knows this, right? So why is he so locked in on becoming undisputed in a weight class where competition projected not to be tough for him? But then maybe, hey, BBO, you know what? Maybe this might, you know what, y'all hold up. Wait a minute. Thank you, Casey Boy. And D Free. Thank y'all. Y'all just made me think of something. Maybe that's the reason why he wants to stay at 47 and get it. So maybe when Jerron Ennis was first talking about he wanted to fight Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford when he really was clout chasing at the time, let's be honest. Because this is when we was trying to get down to the final frontier with with come on, help me out. We was trying to get down to what was going final frontier, what was going to happen at 147. And y'all remember me, I was saying, no, he don't deserve it. He don't need to get in there. He stepped in the game. He came in a little too late, which he did. You know? And like I say, he did not deserve the right to get in the fights with them. And then, so, when he was doing that, he was cloud chasing, trying to get his name out there. A lot of people were sold on it. Yeah, let Boots fight him. They would have both beat Boots' ass, okay? Both of them, EJ and Bud. And I like Jerron Ennis. But maybe because, hey, so the reason why he want to stay there now, because he ain't ready for that type of challenge at 54. The reason why Jerron Boots Ennis want to stay his ass at 147, get undisputed, because he wouldn't be able to get it at 154 pounds, and he lacks confidence in it if he was going to try and jump and go on a journey to undisputed at 154 right now. Because let's say that if they would have threw Boots in the mix at the end of the senior class era, and he would have got in there like Sean Porter's, a couple of those, the senior classmen that he wanted to fight, and he said, we ain't want no parts of them. I know some of them are probably looking at, man, I should have fought this ball. I know some of them are saying it. Yeah. He hasn't been looking good. So why y'all think he want to stay at a damn weight class where he ain't got to do much improving to become undisputed? Right, I got you, Big Dre. But here's my thing. I'm cutting no difference from the rest of these Philly guys that come up on this YT. So like I said, let's think about this again. Remember when he first started, his name, he started throwing his name in the mix with the upperclassmen, which I said he did not deserve to be throwing his name in there in the mix with those guys. Cloud chasing. I said that. I said, no, man, this ain't be how you gonna come up in here and get in the mix. This between those dudes. 147 was already all those dudes had already put in that damn work. How the hell you think you gonna bring your little happy ass out of nowhere and all that, and then expect just to jump up in the mix? You ain't did nothing to get the mix, which Boots didn't do anything to be calling out those guys. Nothing. He didn't even beat nobody at that time to be calling out those guys. You know what I mean? He didn't. So, now the smoke is clear. Now, one of the guys said he wanted to fight, but we know Terence Crawford is not going to fight him. And I don't even think Terence Crawford thinks, because he might beat me. I don't think it's that. But now, 154 is that weight class. 154 is looking like 154 is the weight class because 154 is on steroids. I'm not talking about the fight. 154 been kind of lit, and then most of 47 either stepped off or went to 54. So 54 is on some double stuff right now. You hear me? Well, hey, you know what, Big Dre? You right. But see, that's what boxing is about. You got to go out and get it. You gotta go out there and get it. That's what boxing is about. Some guys didn't get big fights. Some guys didn't have the best part of their career
into the end of the year they fucking contract. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but see, these dudes be wanting to take shortcuts. He's still young, Big Dre. He got time. Take your little young ass up there, knock him down one by one. He's young enough. There he moving like he ain't got much time, like he old. You hear what I'm saying to you, Big Dre? No. Nah. Big Dre, I know you. I'm not going against what you're saying. I'm just, you just made me realize something. You know what I mean? Like you said, it's 4 other people that got a shot at the belt. Well, you go up there, you go. So what you supposed to do to get a shot at the belt? You supposed to get out there, kick ass, and keep kicking ass until somebody say, "Oh, wait a minute, what's going on over here?" You know what I'm saying? That's how you got to do it. That's how they was doing it. How Oscar become Oscar. Oscar was out there whooping ass. That's how Oscar became Oscar, out there whooping ass. Ain't no shortcuts and none of that. I ain't talking about what they did in their career, people. Y'all know what I mean. Them dudes work. Those dudes actually did it. I don't care how they start, picking opponents late in their career. I ain't talking about that at the end of their career. Those dudes did the damn thing. That's why outside the people that they fought and the way that they fought, we can't say nothing about them. Because them dudes fought. Started from the bottom, now we here. Step to the rear. You got to do the same thing as everybody else. You want it, you got to go get it. Ain't no, hey, can I get an easy pass? No, nigga, you in line. You just getting here. Now, if you want to jump line and, get some credentials or something, you're going to have to do something extra. You ain't did none of that yet to get that easy pass. So, yeah, he should, if he really wanted that bad. Shit, because, wasn't he waiting before? So what's the difference? It was guys in front of him before when he first started calling, the upper echelon guys' names out. You know what I'm saying? No, he ain't at no 54 right now. Right now, we don't know what's going. He don't even know what's going on with it. He keeps saying he's gonna go for undisputed at 47. I don't know what these dudes doing, but like I said, Big Dre, see, that's the thing. See, those guys, they fought up those ranks. They fought for those positions. Not get a couple joints and, get a couple easy passes and all that. No, his ass need to climb them damn ranks like the greats. Need to climb them damn ranks like the greats, man. That's what he need to do. Climb the ranks like the greats. Hey, yo, let D Free up there, Case Boy, man. Let him up there, man. Let my